Washburn with the Washington Food Coalition, which is a statewide organization made up of emergency food providers all across Washington State. So we are jumping down. If you'll go down on your orange sheet is where you can see where this is at. Continue strong support of the WSDA Emergency Food Assistance Program. And then the greenish, yellowish sheet is the one that we're talking about more specifically. So I want to first just give you a good understanding of how this is structured, how the Emergency Food Assistance Program is structured. It's also good to make sure that you know when you're talking about the messages. We just talked about the State Food Assistance Program, and now we're talking about the Emergency Food Assistance Program. They're very, very different in the way that they function, very different in the purposes they serve. So it's important for you guys to all feel equipped that you can go and talk knowledgeably about these two programs and be able to display the unique needs that they fill. So the Emergency Food Assistance Program is housed within the Washington State Department of Agriculture. That's a recent move that did happen. And within the Washington State Department of Agriculture, it's housed under the umbrella of food assistance programs. So within food assistance programs, that's within the Washington State Department of Agriculture, there's several different programs that help to feed hungry people in Washington. One of those is referred to as TFAP, which is the Emergency Food Assistance Program. Feel free to take notes on this so you know you've got all your different acronyms right. And that is a federal program. And another program is CSFP, which is the Commodity Supplemental Food Program, also a federal program. And then alongside that is the Emergency Food Assistance Program. So all of these live together in the food assistance programs of Washington State Department of Agriculture. The reason that we're focusing on Emergency Food Assistance Program today, you'll see that that's the one that's referenced in your priorities, is because that is the state program. Again, I mentioned the other couple that are federal programs, but we want to focus, obviously, today here in Olympia, what the legislators here in Olympia have power to affect, and that's the Emergency Food Assistance Program. So within that, you'll see this is sort of outlined on your greenish-yellow sheet. There's a couple different programs. One focuses on tribal vouchers, and one focuses on the food bank program. So if anyone in here, if you work for an agency that receives any assistance through the food assistance programs in WSDA, can you raise your hand? So a good majority, or at least about like half we have here, it's a huge source of funding and support for food banks across the state. And you'll see here just in the numbers as far as the need and how that's grown across the state. It's a 32% increase in the last 3 years. So that's something where you can see that the demand on food banks and the demand for food and hunger relief through food banks is something that we've really seen a strong growth in the last few years. And across Washington State, there's 325 food banks that receive this assistance. And this is also an excellent tool for these food banks because they're able to have flexibility with these funds. From community to community, they're able to decide what they can do with these funds to best serve the hunger needs in their area. So this is something we want to make sure that is at the top of the legislators' minds, that they are looking to protect the funding for this program. And basically, the request that you want to bring to them is that this, as I just displayed, this is something that provides a critical need for food banks across the state, and we need it to be protected. Obviously, in the last few years, we've seen the increase of 32% for the demand on these food banks, since it's not going to be easing up. And when we talk about all these cuts that need to be made, these programs that are on the chopping block, every cut that's made to another program that's assisting people who are in need in our state ends up sending people to the doors of food banks and of meal programs and of different emergency food providers in this state. So that's a really important message to bring too, that cuts, no matter where they go, they send more people to the doors of these agencies, and that demand is only going to grow, and the resources are not growing in other areas too. So maintaining strong support of the Emergency Food Assistance Program, which is our statewide funding for food banks, as well as tribal meal programs, is something that we want to make sure we bring to them. So again, just emphasizing how all these cuts affect them. Something that's good to know is that in the governor's proposed budget, which for the 2011 to 2013 biennium, she recommended increasing the funding for the Washington State Department of Agriculture food assistance programs as a whole by $15 million. That obviously is something that's far from any sort of reality that we know of, but there is support from the governor for increase in this because she recognized that cuts to other programs sends people to the doors of food banks. So, and I also will be around if you have any questions about, there's a lot of those, like I said, the acronyms to understand and make sure that you know how everything works together is really important so that you can have the messaging clear when you go and meet with people and feel like you're equipped and knowledgeable about how all this works together in the hunger relief system. Feel free to ask me, or anyone that you saw raise your hand that they get funding through this program would also be a great person to ask as well. So just remember when you're meeting with legislators to preserve and maintain strong support of the Emergency Food Assistance Program.